Hello everyone, and welcome to my Bold and Beautiful Today channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Deacon preserves daughter's life amid Hope's suicide crisis? According to spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Sean Kanan recently revealed that Deacon Sharp and Hope Logan will be appearing in numerous scenes together. Could Hope experience a suicide crisis later on when her decline becomes more apparent? Is Deacon going to save the day here? Let's discuss the options after you finish reading. The reversal of Carter Walton. As Carter Walton believed his suggestions weren't being given any thought, fans watched. Carter didn't feel that way, even though they were. Carter deceived Ridge Forrester and Steffi Forrester Finnegan, Jacqueline McInnes Wood, into giving him the company during a tense and emotionally fraught moment. Carter feels remorseful and would love to return the business to the Forrester family. Carter is too obstinate to concede, even after embracing Ridge. A few weeks ago, it was claimed that purchasers were feeling uneasy about the transformation in Forrester Creations. When Carter asked Brooke Logan, Catherine Kelly Lang, to be CEO, he had that goal in mind. It was more about a familiar face reassuring shoppers than it was about Brooke's skill set. I hope Logan is embarrassed. Hope isn't giving up even though Carter is rethinking the coup. Hope is aware that the end is near. Seeing Carter embrace Ridge made Hope shudder. Additionally, Hope appears to be revealing her actual nature to everyone, even her own mother. It should be mentioned that, with the exception of Hope, everyone at the jewelry unveiling was solemn. It was even demonstrated that Electra and Ivy Forrester were unable to fully enjoy their launch. Except for Hope, everyone was torn. A suicide mission? According to previews for The Bold and the Beautiful, Carter appears to be on the verge of returning the business to the Forrester family. Carter will undoubtedly lose Hope at that point. Hope, however, will discover that she has been completely shamed while searching for a hero. This can cause Hope to reflect on her life and realize she has lost everything. Was Deacon Sharp a hero? Hope lost her career, her son, all the men who supported her, and most likely her mother as well. Hope may feel very alone and upset when all of that hits her. Hope may even think of ending her own life. Deacon will play a significant role in Hope's future journey, since Kanan has said that he has taped 10 shows with her. Would Hope lose everything and consider taking her own life? Deacon was unable to support Hope as she grew up. But this is Deacon's opportunity to support Hope. Will Hope be persuaded to get mental health care by Deacon? The next chapter of Sean Kanan's promise, Deacon, and Hope. According to teasers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Hope Logan is more in need of her father than ever. With Carter Walton, Lawrence St. Victor, and the entire takeover plan of Forrester Creations, Hope is exploding and out of control. Sean Kanan assured Hope that he had recently completed 10 gigs in the previous 2 weeks. Hope's drama seems like it will blow up in her face. Continue reading to discuss Kanan's thoughts. Hope Logan, unmanageable. For a while now, Hope has been out of control. That kiss with Thomas Forrester in Rome looked to be the beginning of it all. Then there was the interest in John Finnegan. Hope is currently involved in a romantic relationship with Carter and is actively involved in the takeover plan for Forrester Creations. Brooke Logan's options are limited. Brooke Logan must persuade Hope that she is mistaken, according to Steffi Forrester Finnegan. Brooke has made an effort, but Hope is a mature lady as well. A 5-year-old is easier to manage than an adult lady. She has no other choice, even though Brooke chose to accept the CEO role in order to closely monitor the takeover situation and Hope. Even Brooke appears to be beginning to view Hope differently. A promise from Sean Kanan. According to teasers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Kanan was asked on X if he thought Deacon and Hope would ever again appear together. Ultimately, it appears that Hope is in greater need of her father's direction than ever before. In response, the actor revealed some shocking details. A ton of them, Sean remarked. 3 shows this week and 7 last week were filmed. You simply wait. The great story of Deacon Sharp. It appears like Deacon may finally find out about Hope's trouble. Hope and Brooke no longer appear to be able to reason together. Deacon may therefore be the last one remaining in Hope's corner when everything in her world collapses and flames. It's intriguing that Hope stated in the episode that aired on Wednesday, February 19, 2025, that she used to refer to Ridge Forrester as father. Though not present, Hope's biological father is present and available. Will Deacon be the one to put an end to Hope's insanity, then? Will Deacon be successful in persuading Hope to seek professional assistance in addition to abandoning Carter and Forrester creations? Will Wyatt Spencer make a comeback? Is this the right time for Hope's ex to return? According to spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful, B&B, Wyatt Spencer, Darren Brooks, and everyone else forgot about Liam Spencer's, Scott Clifton, recent sad birthday. The loneliness Liam has been experiencing was brought to light by that, but at least Wyatt called. Many fans miss Wyatt's presence since he is a wonderful man who genuinely cares. Could Liam's recent reference to Wyatt be a sign that his brother may soon return to the spotlight? Since it's the ideal moment for Hope Logan's, Annika Noel, ex to return, it would be good if Wyatt could. The romance between Hope and Carter Walton, Lawrence St. Victor, is already having some hiccups, and it will only get worse from here. Fans of B&B are aware that Hope made a significant statement regarding something she simply cannot tolerate. Carter had made her position very plain after Hope informed her that she would never again answer to Ridge Forrester, Torsten K., and Steffi Forrester, Jacqueline McInnes Wood. It seemed like Hope was taking a business step backward to let Carter know their relationship wouldn't last. Wyatt could be someone Hope could rely on after the breakup, as our predictions indicate that Hope and Carter will soon part ways. Wyatt is Hope's ex-boyfriend, so now might be the perfect time for them to get back in touch. Perhaps they should give Wyatt and Annika Noel's portrayal of Hope an opportunity to shine together, as B&B has never really examined their romantic connection. But there are other reasons Wyatt ought to come back for more drama, besides Hope. Another possibility is that Wyatt will become embroiled in some impending family drama. Luna Nozawa, Lisa Yamada, is currently under house arrest after Bill Spencer, Don Diamont, negotiated for her to be moved from prison to the Spencer estate. Liam and Wood Spencer would undoubtedly criticize Bill for that choice, but Wyatt also deserves a chance to criticize his father. Perhaps Wyatt could come back and join in on the action, since it would be entertaining to have all of Bill's sons on canvas for the impending backlash. In any event, spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful indicate that the Spencer clan will eventually learn of this Luna news, so we'll keep you informed about Bill's response to the situation. Hope's life has devolved into a tragic tale of failure that seems to shatter every dream she once held, leaving her adrift in a sea of broken dreams and unrelenting betrayals that have methodically undermined the very foundation of her identity. Hope was once a symbol of promise and resiliency in the turbulent world of Bold and the Beautiful. Hope was a lighthouse in the midst of the Forrester dynasty's chaos for years. She was a quiet, compassionate force who managed to maintain some dignity and hope in the face of high society's cruel challenges and never-ending power struggles. However, the weight of broken promises, repeated deceptions, and a series of personal and professional missteps have culminated in a devastating turning point that has turned her from a beloved and respected character into one that fans now look down on with dismay. Like the slow, unstoppable drip of water that eventually hollows out even the toughest stone, the slow slide started off gently, with one wasted chance and one delayed decision building over time until the pressure became intolerable. She used to command respect in boardrooms with her quiet intelligence, but now her ideas are disregarded and her contributions are overshadowed by the unrelenting ambitions of those who once looked to her for guidance. Her personal relationships, which were once sources of strength and comfort, have also fallen apart due to heartbreak and betrayal. The very relationships that gave her meaning have become memories of a life that now feels incredibly empty, and the love that once kept her alive has turned to dust. Her self-worth has been eroded by every argument and hushed rumor in the sacred corridors of Forrester Creations, leaving her defenseless and alone, a shadow of the woman who once trusted in the strength of devotion and solidarity. Hope's failure has been presented as the final blow to her once bright spirit in a series of shocking spoilers that have left viewers reeling. Her incapacity to overcome the constant manipulation and backstabbing within the family, along with a personal misfortune that seems to follow her everywhere, has left her nearly unrecognizable. She used to be the emotional glue that kept broken alliances together, but now she is shunned by both the people who formerly relied on her and the erratic public, who have grown tired of her ongoing difficulties. Once characterized by unwavering resolve and the prospect of groundbreaking innovation at Forrester Creations, her career pursuits have stalled due to increasing pressure and ongoing internal strife. Every unsuccessful endeavor and every hesitant business choice has contributed to the story of her demise, depicting a woman under attack from the same things she previously tried to control. The terrible irony is that, although Hope had always been known for her ability to overcome hardship, her latest journey has led her even deeper into a pit of hopelessness, where every effort to retake control only serves to make matters worse. The world starts to see her not as a survivor but as a cautionary tale, a real-life illustration of how even the strongest may crumble under unrelenting adversity, as her relationships fall apart and the betrayals get more intimate. Every tear that falls, every agonized sigh that leaves her, and the once bright sparkle in her eyes has given way to a haunting, melancholy face that tells volumes of the fights waged and lost are all reflections of the emotional turmoil that now characterizes her life. With the foundations of devotion and trust that once supported her now reduced to crumbling ruins, and every recollection of happier times acting only as a painful reminder of what has been irretrievably lost, she finds herself more and more lost in the wake of constant disappointments. The once celebrated figure, who for so many represented optimism and the possibility of rebirth, now faces a world where the rubble of dashed hopes and the sharp shards of betrayed trust appear to block every way. Her world, which once held the possibility of love and redemption, now seems to be a desolate place of loss and regret, and the internal tensions that have long simmered inside of her have exploded into an external exhibition of fragility and resignation. The sense of loneliness that permeates her life is a continual, unforgiving reminder of the cost she has paid for her ideals, and every attempt to rebuild the broken relationships within the Forrester family has been met with renewed hostility. Social media and fan forums have been used by both critics and fans to bemoan her change. They are grieving the loss of the hope they knew, a source of silent strength whose kind determination had motivated innumerable viewers, and instead see a character lost in a world that has become too harsh and cold for her to live. The story of Hope's failure is examined with a mixture of grief and annoyance as the plots develop further, with many wondering if her decline is a brief setback or a permanent plunge into obscurity. The true tragedy of her character, hidden behind the glitz and glamour of the Forrester legacy, is the deep sense of disillusionment that now permeates every action she takes. This disillusionment stems from the harsh realities of a life where promises are broken as easily as they are made, and where the fierce schemes of those who would rather see her fail than succeed constantly undermine her pursuit of happiness. The spoilers that expose Hope's life as a failure ultimately serve as both a mirror of her own personal tragedies and a stark critique of the harsh, frequently unforgiving nature of life in the upper echelons of power, a world where ambition is measured in broken dreams and where even the most hopeful hopes can be dashed by the ruthless winds of disappointment and betrayal. Every cruel turn and twist in her biography has added to a story that is both tragic and inevitable, a warning about the frailty of the human spirit and the harsh reality of a life based on shaky relationships and the transient nature of trust. Viewers are left to consider the deeper ramifications of her demise as they observe the slow deterioration of her once impressive resilience, that sometimes, in spite of the greatest efforts and the strongest wills, life can become a never-ending cycle of loss, a string of setbacks that lead to a profound and irreversible transformation. A transformation that leaves behind a legacy of what could have been and a painful reminder that even the most cherished dreams can turn to dust in the harsh world of Bold and the Beautiful, leaving behind only the bitter taste of what once was and the nagging question of whether redemption is ever truly achievable. Hope and Steffi, two seemingly disparate forces in the dramatic universe of Bold and the Beautiful, have, over the years, revealed themselves to be bound by far more common threads than either would ever willingly admit, a realization that has slowly emerged from the layers of conflict, ambition, and vulnerability that have defined their respective journeys within the Forrester legacy. At first glance, Steffi appears as the fierce, fiery scion who charges headfirst into every challenge with a boldness and determination that is unmistakably her own, while Hope is often seen as the quiet, resilient heart of the family, a beacon of measured strength whose gentle demeanor masks a steely core forged through countless betrayals and heartbreaks. Yet, beneath these outward differences lies a shared spirit born of survival in an environment where power is currency, where every smile conceals hidden agendas, and where the price of loyalty is paid in emotional scars. Both women have been thrust into a world that demands not only excellence in business and style, but also a constant negotiation between public poise and private pain, and it is in this duality that their similarities become most apparent. Steffi, though known for her bold confrontations and unapologetic ambition, has often found herself wrestling with the very same insecurities that haunt Hope, a deep, gnawing fear of not being enough, of being discarded by those she loves when the cost of ambition becomes too steep. They have both been shaped by the unforgiving pressures of the Forrester dynasty, where the glittering facade of high society belies a harsh reality of manipulation, betrayal, and the constant threat of personal failure. In boardrooms where decisions are made with the same precision as a runway show, Steffi has had to navigate the labyrinth of corporate intrigue, balancing her own vision with the legacy of her family, much like Hope, who has quietly toiled behind the scenes to mend broken alliances and keep the spirit of loyalty alive even as the world around her shifts unpredictably. Their battles, both internal and external, reveal a shared resilience, a stubborn refusal to let the crushing weight of past disappointments define their futures. Steffi's fierce determination to reclaim her rightful place and assert her independence, her unyielding drive to prove that she can steer the ship through turbulent times, mirrors Hope's own quiet persistence in the face of relentless adversity. Both have endured heartbreak, Steffi with the turbulent ups and downs of a love that has often left her questioning the very nature of trust, and Hope with the sting of betrayal from those she once believed would always stand by her, and in each case, the pain has served not to break them, but to forge an inner strength that is both rare and remarkable. In moments of solitude, whether it be in the reflective quiet of a lavish penthouse or the unguarded aftermath of a public scandal, each finds herself confronting the duality of her existence, the public persona that must remain unbreakable, and the private self that is vulnerable, questioning, and yearning for redemption. It is this tension, the gap between what the world sees and what they truly feel, that binds Steffi and Hope together in ways they rarely acknowledge. Their struggles are not confined to the external battles for power within Forrester Creations, they are also deeply personal, manifesting in late-night reflections, whispered confidences, and moments of raw introspection that reveal the shared burden of carrying a legacy fraught with expectation, loss, and the unrelenting demand for perfection. In their own ways, both women have learned that to survive in this unforgiving arena, one must develop a thick skin, a capacity for reinvention that turns every setback into a lesson and every betrayal into fuel for future triumph. Yet, despite their hardened exteriors, there remains an undeniable vulnerability, a secret wish that, beneath the layers of ambition and strategy, they might one day be free from the relentless pressure to conform to roles that have been imposed upon them by tradition and circumstance. This hidden desire for authenticity, for a life where their true selves can shine unencumbered by the expectations of others, is a flame that flickers quietly within both, even if neither is willing to openly admit it. Moreover, their relationships with those around them, whether it be the unsteady alliances with family members or the precarious liaisons with lovers and rivals, underscore a profound truth. In the high-stakes world of Bold and the Beautiful, where every connection is fraught with risk and every gesture is loaded with subtext, the battle for control over one's own destiny is universal. Steffi's bold confrontations, her willingness to fight for what she believes is hers, and Hope's measured, sometimes imperceptible strategies to safeguard her own sense of worth, are two sides of the same coin, a coin that, when flipped, reveals a deep-seated need for autonomy and a desire to shape their own narratives rather than be defined solely by the ambitions and machinations of others. Their individual paths, though seemingly divergent in style and execution, ultimately converge in the realization that the pursuit of personal empowerment in the midst of overwhelming external pressure requires not just courage but also a willingness to embrace one's own imperfections. Both have experienced the bitter taste of regret when trust was broken, the sting of isolation when support wavered, and the constant challenge of living up to a legacy that is as much a curse as it is a blessing. It is in these shared hardships, these moments of private despair and quiet determination, that the similarities between Hope and Steffi become undeniable. Their struggles, though articulated in different ways, speak to a common human experience, the quest for identity, the need for recognition, and the enduring hope that, despite the relentless obstacles, one can find a way to triumph over adversity. As they navigate the labyrinthine challenges of their personal and professional lives, both women are forced to confront not only the external forces that seek to control them, but also the internal demons that whisper doubts and fear into the quiet corners of their hearts. In doing so, they reveal a complexity that defies simple categorization, a richness of character that is as nuanced as it is profound. The moments when Steffi, in her fierce determination, hesitates to reveal the softer side of her soul, or when Hope, in her calculated composure, allows a flicker of vulnerability to shine through, are the moments that define their true selves, moments that remind the audience that beneath the veneer of power, ambition, and resilience, lies a shared humanity that is as tender as it is tenacious. In the grand tapestry of Bold and the Beautiful, where every scandal, every alliance, and every heartbreak is interwoven with the threads of personal triumph and tragedy, the story of Hope and Steffi stands out as a testament to the enduring strength of the human spirit, a spirit that, despite all odds, continues to fight for authenticity, for love, and for the right to define oneself on one's own terms. Ultimately, while they may never openly acknowledge the depth of their similarities, the silent echoes of their shared experiences, of pain, perseverance, and the unyielding desire for freedom, speak volumes, serving as a quiet, persistent reminder that in the unpredictable world of the Foresters, the most profound connections are often those that are hidden in plain sight, waiting to be discovered in the spaces between the lines of scripted drama and the unspoken truths of life itself.